I just picked up an Azio MGK1-K mechanical keyboard. Is this the best budget mechanical keyboard you can buy? Greetings Internet, Steve here, back with a review of the Azio MGK1-K mechanical keyboard. I needed to pick up a keyboard for my new workstation setup, but I was on a tight budget. I've been spoiled by mechanical keyboards in the past, but had to stay well below $100, including taxes, for this purchase. I was worried I was going to end up with a membrane keyboard, or maybe one of those new semi-mechanical things I've been seeing. Lucky for me, one of my local brick and mortar stores had the Azio MGK1-K on sale for just $79 Canadian. It was on budget, but did the specs line up? Let's have a look. I had a short checklist of things I wanted from my new keyboard, and this model seemed to check them all. First, I wanted brown switches. I like the tactile feedback, but I want less click. My last keyboard had green switches. I love them, the feedback was great, but they were too noisy, especially for streaming, which I do every Thursday over on Twitch. Now there's something amiss here. The diagram on the back of the box states Kailh blue switches, but the printed list shows Kailh brown. Someone in Azio's marketing department might want to have a look at that. Second was backlighting. I wanted a backlit keyboard, but none of that RGB stuff. I'm not a fan of the whole look at me RGB craze. White LEDs will be just fine. I don't need a million different options for patterns. The MKG has 3. Off, on, reactive. Perfect. Function and F12 cycles through the patterns. F10 and F11 control the 4 levels of brightness. Third thing on my list, no gamer designs. The MKG is a simple design, no silly angles, no garish logos. There's a dimpled pattern on the wrist rest that I don't like. It doesn't match the rest of the keyboard's design, because I don't expect this wrist rest to be on here much longer. I guess it's okay. The board features N-key rollover, which can be activated by pressing the function key and delete. This feature is only available on Windows. You can also enable 6-key rollover for those of you who need real keyboard for your Macs. The function key is also used in combination with the F keys across the top of the board to control applications, media, and illumination. On the top right of the keyboard are 3 LED lights, one each for numlock, caps lock, and Windows lock. The latter function disables the Windows key while gaming. Beside these indicators is the volume control. The MGK1-K features a rubberized roller to control the volume. It's kind of neat, but I keep bumping the minus key every time I try to use it. The subtle clicks in the rolling motion are nice, and I'll get used to the position. The MKG also features a brushed aluminum faceplate. The laser-etched Azio logo is unobtrusive, and it gives the keyboard a really great look. An orange plastic keycap puller is included in the box. I don't like it as much as my wire puller, but it gets the job done. Removing the keycap gives us a good look at the Kailh switches. This will be my first keyboard with Kailh switches. My previous mechanical boards had Cherry and Razor. Kailh switches are made in China, but these feel great so far. They're rated for 50 million actuations, so as long as they hold up, I think they'll do fine. I'm sure all the hardcore fanboys will be screaming about the low quality and cheap construction of the Kailh hardware, but if they can help get the price of a fully mechanical keyboard well into the sub $100 market, I think they're going to do okay. The 6-foot braided USB cable is fixed to the center of the keyboard, with no options for rerouting. I was struck by the diameter of the cable. Here's a shot of it next to the cable on my Logitech G500S. The Azio cable is huge. I'm curious to see how well the MGK1-K holds up under the rigors of everyday workstation use. It's a solid keyboard with a clean and simple design. I think it's a great keyboard, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're on a budget, or if you always wanted to try a mechanical keyboard but have been hesitant because of the high price. Here's your chance. If you decide to pick up an Azio mechanical keyboard, leave a comment down below and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about these keyboards. I hope you liked this video and found it useful. Hit that like button down below, it helps me out a lot. If you thought it sucked, or if you're a hardcore Cherry MX fanboy, then hit that other button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I've got more great videos on the way. Until then, thanks for watching, God bless, and bye for now.